except it's.
Came to my house?
Yeah.
That was for that?
I do like, I mix potato. So I do that as like a substitute for like mashed potatoes, and it's so good.
Talking about parsnips. Look how sweet our girls are. They just love each other so much. She said, I love you. Aww. Hug.
Do you want a hug?
She said, I love you. They're so cute.
So what was your favorite thing you did today? Wow.
He's pushing my hand away.
And we're going to go to a birthday party?
Yeah.
A cup of milk?
Yeah.
Something about
Oh
coloring.
my goodness, did you just say you had a cup of coffee?
Yeah.
Oh my.
A peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh, Grandma loves peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah.
You want to tell her about your mac and cheese?
That's one of my favorite things.
Mac and cheese.
Are you going to give Grandma some mac and cheese next time I see you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yay, I'm excited. Orange? Did you say orange?
Orange juice?
Yeah.
I like orange juice. What? No way. In the spring when it's not cold, right?
Yeah, the way could fly, cool. It'll work.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah, shoe. You like those shoes? Yeah. You're a little girly girl. It is now 8:30, and we have been trying to put the girls to bed since 7. So, the thing is, though, they keep climbing out of their beds. It's the most intense game of whack-a-mole I've ever played. So now, we're having to resort to changing the knob around because it locks on the inside. We're gonna make it lock on the outside so we can lock them in there. My mom, she was like, that is it! We are smarter than them! They straight just come out here and they come right up to us and they're like, hi! And it's really cute and I'm trying not to laugh, but it's driving me crazy. I've tried like sitting in there with them and just sitting there in the dark, and each time they'd stand up, I'd be like, sit down, go to sleep. And so we did that probably like 150 times, and then I sent David in there to try to do it because he has like the magic touch. Sometimes, I swear, all he has to do is say, good night, little angels, and they go to sleep. But that didn't work either. So now we got Grandma pulling out the hardware, and we mean business. So much so that we are having to change the way the house works around. First, we disabled our little nightlight that we have in the ceiling, and then so it's pitch dark in there and they can't see what they're doing, so maybe that would deter them from climbing out. But but that didn't work, and we were able to get the door to close, which it wasn't closing fully, and that was like half the reason we're like, oh, if only we can get it to close. So then we like messed with it to get it to finally shut all the way, but then that still didn't work, and so now we are gonna lock them in there.
We're smarter than you. We're gonna win.
You will go to sleep if it's the last thing we do.
No Badugers are gonna beat us. Dear God, please make this work.
My mom's new favorite word that she made up is badooger.
No Badugers are gonna beat us.
Take that!
Victory is out.
Go to bed. Should you escape your prisons, we're not coming here to rescue you. You will fall asleep on the floor.
Good night. Yes. For their emotional well-being, they are now indulging in ice cream. Reward yourself. Treat yourself. Hey guys, what's up? I'm at my park. Felt inspired to verbally, oh, you can't see me when I turn that way, kind of share something that's been going on since I moved to California. Since we came back to California. If you don't know, today is December 12th, and it is a very big, energetic date. Which is just really powerful if you want to, like, release some things emotionally, whatever's tying you down, holding you back. It's really good on a day like this to declare that you are moving on and you're releasing all that doesn't serve you. And so, my thing that I need to let go of has to do with my father, and since we've been back to California, it's brought up a lot of stuff. So my father, he's an alcoholic, and he was my best friend growing up. Alcohol wasn't really like a issue, or I wasn't aware of it then, and my parents divorced when I was like 14 or something, and his drinking got progressively worse after that. In fact, my parents broke up because of his drinking. And since I moved away to New Hampshire, he hasn't like reached out to me at all. Even after I had kids. I mean, I've talked to him maybe like once or twice, but it was me reaching out to him, and if I remember, it was on not so good terms. Anyways, yeah, and coming back here has just reminded me of just all the family baggage I have, and like how much I like to forget about it all. When I'm in Vermont or New Hampshire, it doesn't matter if my dad doesn't see me, because it's not like he could anyways. I'm all the way on the other side of the country. So basically, what has happened since being here is we're staying in my grandparents' house, and I flipped the hell out on my uncle. Just because it felt like he's breathing down my neck, wanting to know everything I was doing inside the house while I was staying there. And it kind of pushed me over the edge, but I was already on the edge because of my just parents in general. And so I definitely took it out on him. He's the closest thing to my dad, and the only one that I have in contact with. Well, other than my brother, but my brother's a whole nother story that I'm not gonna get into. Anyways. So, this last week has been me freaking dealing with all of this anger towards my family, and I found this time I didn't want to let it go. I was resisting. Usually, I'm very good at it. I kind of realized years ago that being angry at my dad wasn't going to help me. And so I decided to forgive him for everything. And I just accepted him the way he was. Well, I thought I did, at least. Things trigger stuff, and stuff comes back up again when you're least expecting it, and you're not prepared at all. And that's happened a couple times now since we moved away. And so this time around, I did not want to forgive, and I did not want to let go. I wanted to have nothing to do with him ever again, and I was better off not pretending that they didn't exist in my life, because then I'm not missing out on anything. The thing is that it's my ego that is tripping me up, because my ego says I'm the daughter, and the daughter needs to be shown a certain type of respect and love to let her know what she is worth, you know? Because a daughter is worthy of a certain kind of respect. And then same for, I'm the niece. This is my family. Family needs to be held to a certain kind of standard with the way that they treat each other, to show that they really love each other and all this stuff, and that's not true. That's the ego needing to be validated. The thing is that I don't need them to make me feel like I'm loved, because I am love, and no one else can define that for me. When I was younger, I had a huge issue with kind of, I don't know, I just couldn't accept my family for the way that they were. We were so dysfunctional. I cried every time I had to come home. I envied all my friends' families and hated mine. And I felt like I had a lack of confidence because I just, from the whole thing, I don't know. But I let my family define me. Nothing to me was more important than family. And I don't know, now I realize it's not that big of a deal. It's all 3D, matrix, freaking construct shit, you know? But, yeah, so anyways, on this 12/12 energy date, while I'm swinging, I'm literally stating that I am releasing all that doesn't serve me anymore, and I'm moving on. I'm forgiving my father, I'm forgiving my uncle, and I'm just forgiving everyone, because I need to, for myself. And, oh, you know what, I didn't tell you though, I had sleep paralysis for the first time ever. Actually, I don't think it was sleep paralysis because I woke up, but it was very much like it. I was dreaming that I was standing in the middle of the street outside my friend's house waiting for him to come with me. I don't know where I was going. I couldn't see my friend's face. It was just a guy, short hair, and he was kind of crouched over on his porch stairs like he was tying his shoes, but he wasn't. He was literally just hunched over because he was depressed and like this. And he didn't want anything to do with me. And so I started walking without him. And then he runs up to me and he taps me on the shoulder, and when I look at him, he's a little boy. The saddest eyes you had ever seen. And I told him, it's okay, I understand what it feels like when no one wants to hang out with you. Because telepathically I picked up from the kid that he chased after me because he saw that I was lonely, and he was lonely too. And I had understanding for this kid. I had compassion for him. I understood why he was so sad. And then he was looking over my shoulder while he was talking to me like this, and looking up and back at me, up and back at me, up and back at me, like motioning that there was something standing over me. and I knew immediately it was something terrible. And so I turn over in my dream, and that's when I'm in my bed, back in my bed, pinned to the bed, and instantly it was like the air was sucked out of the room, and this overwhelming dread filled the air. Even the sound of the quiet had a dark and eerie tone to it, and my heart started beating really fast, and I was paralyzed. I couldn't move my lips, I could hardly breathe, and so I said, God, 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 but it was more like, God, 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 because I couldn't move. And after I said, God, 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 I woke up. And David didn't wake up to me saying that, but I heard myself when I was coherent. I could hear that I was actually making sound in my sleep. And so I was surprised that David didn't wake up, and he has a fear of sleepwalkers, so I was like, I better not tell him. Anyways, so a friend was telling me that the dream could symbolize my friend could be a masculine energy that I find immature, which is why he turned into a little boy, and maybe not very spiritually awake, which makes me just not, I don't know. And then the little boy was his inner child, and then the freaking dark energy or whatever was myself watching myself in third person. And when I really thought about it, it totally made sense. That guy my friend was my dad. It looked like him, although I couldn't see his face. But it was totally my dad, because my dad is depressed, and I feel like he doesn't ever want anything to do with me, right? I feel like he could give a shit about me. But then he turns into a little boy, and all of a sudden I have understanding for him. I have compassion. It's like I understand why he is the way that he is, and it's okay, you know? I mean, that's funny because everyone in my life, like, keeps telling me, like, his childhood made him the way that he is, and all of this stuff, and for me, it's just like, blah, 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 I don't want to hear it. It's just one of those things. I hate when people say, you know, they're a victim of their childhood, even though it is totally reasonable. I just feel like I'm the butt of a bad joke being born to people who freaking had such terrible childhoods that it's haunt them their entire lives. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, and then just, my mom was telling me, you have to have understanding. You just have to have understanding, and that was the night before I had the dream. And, you know, we also watched the movie Mowgli on Netflix, and you know that albino? It literally happened just like that. We had watched that the night before, and so when I was thinking back to the movie and how he, you know, lashed out at his albino friend, and his albino was the only other one who got him, and he was so understanding. He was so understanding to Mowgli, and just like loved him so much, and Mowgli lashed out on him, and then he sees he was beheaded by the hunter and used as a trophy, because I don't know, but anyways, that made me think about the whole situation, because if my dad ever died, which I guess he's really sick because he had to quit drinking a few months ago because something happened to him, and they had to take him to the hospital and detox him, so who knows how much life he has left in him. But, you know, sometimes when I get so angry, it's just like, what would it matter if he died? Because it's not like we have a relationship anyways. And since I'm such a spiritual person, I would feel more connected to him if he passed. But then that's the thing. It's just like, I need to, you know, I don't know. That's not a positive feeling to have either, really. I don't know. So that dream gave me a lot of really good insight, and it was so inspiring when I analyzed it all. The dark energy is my anger festering and suffocating me and preventing me from any healing ever. If I hold on to this grudge, if I can't get over it, because this time around I did not want to. And I could feel, I mean, I'm really aware of my thoughts and my emotions, that it was like I was on the outside looking in, and I was seeing that I was at a crossroads. I could either choose to stop resisting and go forwards and just forgive and just, you know, take the next step and evolve spiritually by just, you know, being a bigger person and helping yourself just cross that bridge, get over it. But this time it was like, no, I have the right to be angry. I have the right, damn it. Like, I just want to be mad. I want to protect myself. I, you know, want to shut down, build a wall, protect myself, protect my family, protect everyone from this kind of pain that having a absent father feels, you know, like. But that's just not the way to go. It's just not, as much as you freaking want to hold on to that, you know? So while I'm swinging, I'm thinking of how happy I am because I freaking let it go. I called my uncle and I apologized. I told my dad I love him. I put it all behind me, and it's like, feels way good. I'm so glad I did it. I almost didn't. And now today, on this really intense, energetic date, I can say I'm freaking over it. I release all that doesn't serve me. Because I am love, and I choose to be in love, and I choose to shine my love and share it with the world. And I'm sure stuff will continue to pop up. But like my mom says, each time you're triggered, it's a blessing because it shows you what else you still have to let go. And you don't need to question it. You don't have to say, why do I feel this way? You always want to know why. The mind just pesters you. You need to know why. You don't. Just feel it, accept it. Say, I am aware of this feeling. Thank you for coming. And I release you. You could do Ho'oponopono with yourself and say, thank you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, I think is how it goes. I don't know. Just let it go. Yeah, I'm probably gonna keep swinging because I freaking love it out here. It's like I'm wearing sandals. Look at it. Actually, I'm wearing heel, sandal, slipper. No, heel, sandals. I don't know. But like no socks on. I don't even really need another jacket on, but I just did just in case. And it feels amazing. And yeah, I'm gonna keep swinging even though I can't wait to go home and decorate the Christmas tree because I got all the freaking ornaments and the flowers. That's my theme. I'm doing the flower theme this time. I'm excited. And it's basically all dollar store except for a couple things from Michael's. By the way, did you guys notice how the moon, there it is, oh wait, I don't think you can see, but the moon is right above the tree, which is right in front of my swing, and y'all know I have a special love for that tree, and the moon hasn't been out like at all. It feels like the last 2 weeks that I've been out here swinging, and it's finally out here, and it's right above the tree. So I just love it so much.